Good afternoon everyone, how are you doing today? I'm Helen Christodoulou. I'm an intuitive coach, mentor, author of The Miracle Frequency, and also I am the founder of the Fusion 7 Healing Mystery School. I am your intuitive transformation consultant and coach. How are you? I just thought I'd repeat that for someone who wanted to know. How's it going today? So we are talking about the LightBody Activation Disclosures and what it is you need to know. And I think my music's too loud, so give me a second. Let's turn that down a little bit. Hey, happy face. How you doing, my darling? Oop, that went on silent. There we are. How's things today? Glad that you can join me. So this is a bunch of stuff that I've written down that's all about the light body, what it is, what symptoms are as we begin to activate the light body. So it's all of this different nuggets of information, and I put it all together in a nice little listed format here, and I'm going to share it with you. How's that? So if you are interested in the esoteric stuff and all this kind of ascension, transformation kind of deep content, then follow and of course share it on. So here we go. So what is the light body? It's actually another word for the Merkaba, which means also light body vehicle, okay? And it's where energetic and biological components deconstruct and rearrange themselves in order to allow in higher cosmic frequencies to govern our experiences in a completely awakened state of consciousness. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I do appreciate it. So that's what it is. And then we want to find out that what happens when it happens to us. But I just want to underline for you folks here that it doesn't necessarily happen in the order that I've written this stuff out, okay? So the stuff that I've written right at the end could be happening right now. So there is no particular chronological order in the way that this stuff happens. So here we go. So one thing that happens is that it shifts brain chemistry. It can change the size of our receptor glands, such as our pituitary gland, for example, which is very important in the contribution of light body activation. There are disruptions in subtle body systems, such as our energy centers and our energy fields, our meridians or our nadis. So it may begin as a disruption. It may feel quite uncomfortable. But then what happens after the disruption is transformation then occurs, and that happens in different phases and different stages. So one set of things that transform are actually geometric patterns that govern our gross and subtle bodies, okay? Because everything is kind of governed in with sacred geometry in a subtle way, and also in a gross way too. You can see it everywhere in nature, and it's also part of us as well. Physical and psychic senses then will begin to become stronger, and sometimes they can become overwhelming. We might not be able to know exactly how to control these psychic centers, but as we get used to that, then we do become more mature with it, and we do learn how to handle it also. We may get strong urges to follow nonsensical motives, like you're going to want to do something and you'll think, why on earth do I want to be doing that, you know? And these maybe cannot be explained rationally. So this is a very integral part of a light body activation. This is something that is a part of it, and it doesn't mean that you're going nuts. Just want to reassure you with that. Discernment will arise from the heart and heightened intuitive awareness. So that means you're not just doing stuff from your thinking mind, from your brain. It's coming from somewhere deeper. It's coming from a place that is more connected to the all, which could be your heart or it could be your soul. We will begin to question the nature of reality, perhaps our purpose, how we are identified to life, to people, to personal and collective relationships, to ourselves and to the whole world at large. So we begin to really deeply question, you know, these different types of connections that we have. on this planet Earth and beyond. Thanks guys, I appreciate the hearts. It's really lovely to see them floating up the screen. Thank you guys. Question, yes, we said that we're going to be questioning the nature of reality. The next thing that will happen, well not the next thing, but another thing, let's say, is we'll shed our fears. We will shed our fears, our unhealthy attachments, our outmoded belief systems and programs. So in my case, I believe that's how I began. That would be this one, yeah, even though I've mentioned like a bunch of them before this. But as I said, it happens from different angles at different stages for different people. We'll then be able to align to what is known as Ierothelima, and Ierothelima basically means divine will. We begin to align to this at some point, which means everything in our lives as a result also becomes more aligned. Our energy centers will also align to 5-dimensional consciousness and beyond. So our energy centers, yes, we are talking about the harmonic focal points, another word for your chakras, but also all the other subtle energy points as well that we mentioned right at the beginning. Hey Kathy, how you doing, darling? Thanks for rocking in, hun. So that's a very important one, because it's like all the dots actually begin to connect. How you doing, my honey? So nice to have you in. We'll then start to become aware, guys, of our multi-dimensional nature. And that is kisses to you, my love, right back at ya. And this is a really weird, perplexing thing, because we start to realise that we are far more than the physical body. And we don't just start to realise it, but we actually begin to experience the connections that we have to what lies beyond physicality. Relationships will become transpersonal. Now, this is an odd one, and personally for me, since we're talking about transpersonal, I took it quite personally at the beginning, you know, thinking that because relationships aren't of a direct personal nature, which is more of like an old school paradigm type of relationship, that it would mean that perhaps other people don't care, but that really isn't the case. Transpersonal just means you're going beyond the emotional level of a relationship and you're moving up to something higher, moving beyond that. That's what it actually means. And this is what happens as part of activation of the light body. The dissolution of the false ego occurs, yeah? So all that personal stuff, like we mentioned before, that's all to do with lower emotion-based stuff, that all begins to dissolve, and with it dissolves the false ego. Original ego stays intact, we need that. That is our individual spark, but false ego will dissipate and will dissolve. Our DNAs will go from 2-strand to 12 strands and beyond, I would say. And I came in with my aunt and have to leave and return with this one to chat with you. Okay, my darling, do take care. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi, Andrea, how you going, darling? So we go from 2 strands of DNA to 12 and beyond, and things like manifestations, teleportations, and other psychic phenomena will begin to increase in frequency. Miss you too, darling. Will increase in frequency, intensity, and perhaps, but not always, duration. How are you, my love? Lovely to have you in. And last but not least, is it the last one? Oh, there's a few more, excuse me. This is our 12th one, by the way. The light body template is then completely connected to your energy matrix via the spinning points of light. So now we're talking about all these spinning points of light, all the little vortices that are going on in our electromagnetic fields. All these begin to connect and they map onto the light body itself. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Saying it again because there's all different coloured ones. It's so pretty. Linear time will disappear. Past, present and future fuse as one. Thanks for inviting on, Kathy. I appreciate that, my darling. So it all fuses as one, and even though we understand this as a concept, Not many of us are experiencing it, and if we are experiencing it, we're getting in a little bit of a muddle because of that. So this is something that straightens itself out once LightBody has actually become fully embodied and activated. We will become contributors, active contributors that is, to a sustainable future based on natural technologies provided by our own Earth. Communities and countries will experience unity consciousness, and we're not talking about the fake matrix kind of one world order consciousness, not what I'm referring to at all. We're talking about the true unity consciousness, including honour and respect to all sentience and all sentient beings on this planet. Truth Crew, this is what it means to have your light body activated. It's inclusive of all of these points that we've made here together today, and in our next transmission we'll be going into some, let's call it lightweight light body activation. Now there's one that I haven't listed here in my notes, and it just came to me this morning in my awareness, and I want to share it with you. In order to activate the light body, then we also need to be taking in fuel that will support that process. So we need to be making the body itself light. So this means taking in foods or nutrition or sustenance that is of a higher frequency. So we need high frequency foods to support our transition and our connection and the activation of our light bodies. So that's my last crucial point. I hope that you found this transmission interesting. Follow if you are not. Share it with your community if you think it will be beneficial to them. And you'll be able to find this and much more free content such as this on my YouTube channel, Helen Christodoulou. So don't forget to subscribe to that. If there are any questions, then let me know. We've got about 2 minutes for that, second or two. And if none are coming through, then I'll let you go on your merry way and I'll be going on mine. Green ones, thank you guys, thank you ever so much. And just whilst I wait for a second or two, if you do have any questions, I'd just like to put in that the Mystery School teachings of Fusion 7 Healing, you can contact me for those, whether you would like to participate live or online. And if you would like to contact me personally, you can do so on fusion7healing@gmail.com. Have a look at the website fusion7healing.com, and you can also catch me on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and of course Periscope and YouTube. Okay folks, so nothing's coming in. If you want to leave comments on the YouTube channel, I will be more than happy to answer you right there, or you can PM me. With that, may the truth always be the guiding force that is with you. Imaste be ye, it means we are primary source, and we will talk again on Friday at the slightly later time of 6 Eastern European in the evening. Lots of love. Take care for now. Ciao.